Do you deserve the good things in life? Are you prepared to work for them? To give 100% and get 100% back? Do you dislike the idea of finding yourself trapped in a tedious 9-to-5 occupation, but need the security that only a major company can give? If your answer is yes, then a bright new future awaits you behind these doors. Welcome to Pleasurama Casinos!
It's a pleasure, Pleasurama, such a pleasure, Pleasurama, it's a pleasure, Pleasurama, always a pleasure, at Pleasurama.
From humble beginnings, Pleasurama has grown into the largest, most successful provincial casino operation in Europe. And the secret of Pleasurama's ever-increasing success? People. People like you. Trained to the highest possible standard. But what actually is the function of a casino? Just what facilities do Pleasurama clubs provide to create the perfect leisure package? And how do they all fit together? Casinos are controlled by the Gaming Act, and we must therefore operate within a strict set of rules. For example, our customers must have been members for at least 48 hours before we can first let them in. An application for membership must be made personally and on the premises. We are not permitted to send forms through the post. Our members and their guests are required to sign on every occasion they visit, but this has some advantages, as we quickly learn the names of our customers, and we use them wherever we can. Most people appreciate that. Bear in mind also that we are not allowed to advertise, and you will see that things are not made easy for us. So, to us the customer is not merely important, he is essential. We know that he has a choice as to where to spend his limited leisure time. We at Pleasurama aim to make that choice easy by giving a special personal service to each and every one of our customers, a service second to none. And here, in reception, is where it all begins.
I'm afraid the restaurant's closed for a buffet that evening, sir. Yeah. Tuesday the 13th we could fit you in. Friday at 4. And the name's Richardson.
The receptionist is usually both the first and the last contact we have with our customers, and they can give a lasting impression. Their impact on the business is therefore quite significant. Their friendly attitude and professional approach to inquiries is of particular importance when they deal with telephone calls.
Booked a table for 2 tonight.
That's right, to 8 o'clock, yes.
Great.
Yeah, well, if you'd like to sign in, please.
Are you busy?
Yeah, it is quite busy this evening, yeah, there's a few up there.
Good.
20324. Get it right one day.
Our receptionists are here to ensure that only those that qualify are permitted entry, to make our guests feel welcome, and to act as an information centre whenever the need arises.
One way.
Okay.
Beautiful as ever. Thanks, Uncle.
Thank you.
Have a nice week.
Thanks.
Because our receptionists come in contact with customers on a more informal environment, they tend to hear both the best and the worst aspects of our club. This information is then channeled to the manager so that improvements can be made where necessary. It is the manager's responsibility to ensure that all customers to the club are made to feel welcome and important. Professionalism means the ability to give all our customers personal attention. As you would expect, most customers are receptive to our friendly approach. The manager is encouraged to entertain customers both inside and outside the club. Outside entertaining often takes the form of supporting activities sponsored by fundraising bodies. In fact, we do all we can to become involved in the local community. We also organise club outings to sporting and cultural events. The catering facilities are an important feature within the casino. Our customers have come to expect and enjoy a high standard of cuisine and service in a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. The local management have discretion over the menu content, pricing policy and portion control, just so long as the finished product meets the high standard laid down by the company. Particular emphasis is placed on quality, presentation and hygiene. To ensure this, the company's catering controller makes regular visits. To maintain customer interest, every casino calendar has a number of special events and parties. And on these occasions, our staff will be expected to provide anything from a simple picnic lunch to a full-scale gourmet meal. Teamwork is the key to success on all these promotions. The main feature of casinos, and the activity that sets it apart from all other forms of leisure pursuit, are the gaming tables.
40, 60, 80, 90 pounds.
Many of our customers are only prepared to wager relatively modest amounts, but will do so on a regular basis if the standard of courtesy and service is sufficiently inviting. Others are prepared to bet more substantial amounts, and the large sums involved make vigilance and accuracy of paramount importance. At the same time, the customer must not at any time feel inhibited by our staff's attention.
Well, they're all coming into their lunches as well. Have you noticed?
Whatever the game, whatever the department, the appearance and attitude of our staff, it's vitally important. The gaming tables are not rigged as depicted in the movies. There are no hidden wires or mirrors controlling the outcome of the tables. The very odds built into the rules of the game give the casino a favourable edge. Everybody knows that. So we are not unhappy when a customer has a good run.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. One for change.
The cash desk is the nerve centre of the casino's operation. It can be likened to a small bank handling movements of all cash, checks and gaming chips from every department. All the operations and procedures of the cash desk are strictly controlled by the rules and regulations of the Gaming Act. Both the company's auditors and gaming board inspectors make regular visits to ensure compliance to the laws.
take that pair. Thanks very much. Won't keep you a moment, sir.
Most casinos have a card room where customers play amongst themselves outside the influence of the club. These games are usually played between friends for relatively small amounts. These customers, of course, warrant the same standard of courtesy and service provided elsewhere in the casino. Yet another satisfied customer. And he's not the only winner. Everyone's a winner with Pleasurama, especially our staff. Because you are our future. Our success depends on people. People like you, trained to the highest possible standard.
What you have just seen is fairly typical of any Pleasurama casino in the UK. It shows the kind of atmosphere we strive to generate, which is a combination of fun and excitement. But most of all, it illustrates the professional approach of all our staff, which only comes with good training. Your training with Pleasurama will be one of the most comprehensive in the business. You see, our training programs are very much ongoing, as ultimately, we're looking to train you into management. We don't want you to become just another number on the payroll. Every one of you sitting here today should consider themselves to have management potential. It really is up to you. The biggest compliment any customer can pay us is to make a return visit with some friends. The biggest compliment we can pay you is to invite you to join the team here at Pleasurama. Working in one of our casinos is not always easy, but it can be very rewarding. Welcome to the world of gaming, and welcome to Pleasurama.
It's a pleasure. Pleasurama. Such a pleasure. Pleasurama. It's a pleasure. Pleasurama. Always a pleasure. At Pleasurama. There's a place that you can go when you're feeling down. Doesn't matter where you are, there's always one around. That's a pleasure. Oh, a Pleasurama. It's your local spot club, high tech, a disco. Need a weekend in the sun, or just some fun. And a pleasure. Oh, a Pleasurama. It's a pleasure. Pleasurama. Such a pleasure. Pleasurama. It's a pleasure. Pleasurama. Such a pleasure. A Pleasurama. If you need some action, you really want to get down, I'll spend the night relaxing, listen to the latest sounds, and it's a pleasure. Oh, a Pleasurama. But don't you just take my word, it's easy to see that you've been treated courteously at a pleasure. Pleasurama. So don't you stay at home, why be alone? Get down to the local club, baby, and shake them bones. her is a word that can mean so many things. From Orlando in America to the place y'all sitting in. Whatever you taste, whatever you work, however much you have to spend, at Pleasurama you find something suit you in the end. There's restaurants, sporting clubs, discos and arcades, hotels, coach tours, marine parks and holidays. There's so much scope, whatever your choice, just whatever you have in mind. There's always one thing that stays constant though. Welcome's what you'll find.